And what's up, everybody? That's Sean right there. We're at the gym, just heading in, but he just said something very, very profound that I think deserves some screen time. So go on, Sean. Tell me, what was it that you said to me just now?
So you're putting me on the spot.
Pretty much.
So what did I say? I said, essentially, once you learn what not to do to lose money in the market, that's when you begin to figure out what to do to make money in the market. And that goes down to the conversation we were having in the seed chat a few days ago, right? We talked about how everybody is focused on making the big win, want to make money, wanting to be right. But when you're starting off from that beginning stage to that intermediate stage, what you should be focusing on is, how do I not lose money in the market? And we were talking about that stat too, right? Everybody talks about it. Your parents are probably telling you, you shouldn't be a trader because you're going to lose your money. 95% of traders lose their money. 99% of traders lose their money. So with that stat, all you have to think about is that, hey, if 95% of traders are losing their money, for me to be better than 95% of traders, for me to be better than 95 to 90% of traders, all I need to do is not lose money. Once I figure out how not to lose money, I'm better than 95% of the market. I'm better than 99% of the market, whatever the stat is, right? So that's where you start, guys. Figure out what not to do that causes you to lose money in the market. Once you figure that out, making the money in the market, extracting that money from all the losers, all the 95% out there, becomes so much easier, right? And that's how you enter that stress-free mango way, right? So that's essentially what I was telling her before we was supposed to enter the gym, and she put me on the spot.
And boom! So there you have it, guys. With that, take it
The mango way, the stress-free way.
All right. Ciao, guys.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dexter and I welcome you back to the Mango Grow for your daily analysis video. I just got back from the gym. I am tired. It's a Sunday, a beautiful, beautiful day. So let's keep this video as short and casual as possible so we can all go ahead and enjoy the rest of this gorgeous, gorgeous Sunday. Here we have the Mango Research Dashboard. Again, guys, it is in beta. So please use this responsibly if you have access to it. Remember, guys, we need to be using our technical analysis along with everything else holistically to get a trade idea. Do not use anything as a isolated signal, all right, including this. Okay, it is not responsible. All right, so let's see what's going on over here. The Mango way is the stress-free way, and we've added a few features to make your life a lot more stress-free. The most important thing that I am excited about is this filter feature right over here. So if you're looking for a particular coin, all you have to do is simply type it in there, right? And it's pretty quick, pretty snappy, and right over there you're seeing BTC got filtered out. And what we have over here with BTC, as you can see, it is saying, hey, the trend is still short. But keep in mind that this updates every 2 days, and the last time it gave a trend reversal signal, again, be very careful using that word, was 7 days ago, 1 week ago, and BTC for the most part has been trending downward, right? Up until, well, this morning, and we'll get to that in a bit. And this is set to update only tomorrow. So I'm really interested to see how this actually updates itself for Monday open. All right. So let's go ahead and see what BTC is up to before we come back to the dashboard. And I do think I have BTC right over here. Yep. So as you can see, here we have BTC on the 1 hour time frame this morning, breaking on over to the upside. We did have a beautiful symmetrical triangle that was being put in place, getting almost to the apex and then having that impulsive move to the upside. Now, guys, do remember that a symmetrical triangle has an equal probability of either breaking towards the upside or towards the downside. And you know what? I want to use this as an opportunity to talk about why the psychology of what's happening with the price action that matters more than simply trying to memorize this, right? All you have to do is look at the highs and look at the lows. Why is a symmetrical triangle considered an equal probability of breaking to either side? Well, because when you're looking at the highs, you're seeing that, hey, the sellers are coming down and showing eagerness to sell quicker and quicker, right? Sellers were selling here first, and then they got interest in selling lower and lower and lower, right? So the highs are indicating that, hey, the sellers are stepping in quicker to sell. But at the same time, the lows are showing the opposite. The lows are saying, hey, the buyers are interested in buying quicker and quicker and quicker. Okay, now this is where you can use a more holistic approach to tilt the probability to one side or the other. Okay, so what am I seeing over here? Yes, it is a symmetrical triangle where the sellers are showing keenness to sell, but I'm also seeing that the buyers are picking up these buys over here higher and higher and higher against major support, right? We've been looking at this red box strategy for so long, and this sits very much in line with what we've been talking about over the past couple of days in terms of whether this area is going to be an accumulation zone or not, right? We were speculating on, hey, Bitcoin may not see that move down to 8,500, 8,700 like so many people are expecting. In fact, what we may see is accumulation against this level over here and then a move towards the upside. Okay, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. But these are ways you can skew the probability of something that has an equal probability, right? Symmetrical triangles usually have an equal probability, but there are other things that you can look at that can add the probability to one side over the other. You can also look at the overall macro trend, which is bullish. You're looking at this major support level over here where you're seeing major wicks, right? What are you seeing? You're seeing buyers stepping in, and getting more and more aggressive about how fast they're eating up these opportunities. So you're seeing the psychology of the price action over here rather than simply memorizing patterns, rather than simply memorizing candlesticks and being like, oh my god, that is an engulfing, oh my god, that is a this, that is a that, that is a doji. Come on guys, you don't need to memorize that. And again, those of you who are on the seed program, you guys know how I teach, right? I teach it in terms of the psychology of what's happening with the candlestick. I'm like, okay guys, this is what's happened. Oh, and by the way, this is what people call this candlestick. But you don't need to memorize the name of the candlestick. It's irrelevant. It's a psychology that you should try and understand, because with that, you can take it, make it your own, and trade it in a better way. Alright, enough of that. So what are we seeing over here? Well, we are seeing the symmetrical triangle that broke on over to the upside that has been accumulated against this major level. Now, guys, this is the 1 hour here, but I don't want you guys to get too caught up in trading the 1 hour. We use the 1 hour just to see, hey, what is going on over here? Is our thesis actually developing in the right way? And what has our thesis been over the past couple of days? Well, we were looking at the daily, right? And we were speculating on a couple of things. And you know what? Maybe I need to go to a cleaner chart. So let's go on over to, is this Bitstamp? Okay, let's look at Coinbase. And we were basically looking at the Mango ribbon. Let's turn on the Mango ribbon. Again, I'm keeping this, man, I'm tired today. I'm keeping this today's video as casual as possible. So let's remove the Tenkin. Let's remove the Kijun as well. Let's remove everything, the 21 EMA. We'll actually turn on the EMA. Turn this to orange, and what I'm going to do is turn the 55 into 34. Okay, and we talked about in yesterday's video, was it yesterday? No, day before, in the video where it was me and Krisha, the duo video, we talked about this, right? We talked about how why I'm looking at the 34, and go ahead and watch that video to get a better idea. I don't want to spend too much time today. But we were speculating on whether or not Bitcoin would actually get picked up against this 34 and actually take a leg to the upside. And there were lots of similarities to this. And you know what, I'll turn off the, no, we'll keep the 10 SMA on this time as well. There were lots of similarities to this price action over here, as well as this price action over here on the way up to 14K. If you guys do remember, from day before yesterday's video on Friday, we talked about how the structure is uncannily similar. Okay, even the psychology of what happened in the market is so similar. We put in an M-like formation. Okay, we put in a high, a swing lower high, broke the uptrend, lost the daily 21 EMA. Okay, everybody was expecting a move down to 6K-ish, okay, around this region. We did not see that. Instead, what we had was getting accumulated along this Fibonacci EMA, the 34 EMA, and we got accumulated, started getting picked up, started closing candles over the 10 SMA and the 21 EMA, and had the next drive to the upside. Now, that was our thesis, right? Does something like that happen again? Now, remember, guys, be very careful playing fractals. Okay, fractal. Man, fractal and CME, those two memes that get people completely wrecked. You can look at them, okay? Look at them as reference and add them to the probability of your system, okay, as your system, but do not trade them against your system. Don't use that to go against your system. Always keep intact with your system, and if things line up, then you can add that to a probability play and be like, okay, I'm feeling that much more confidence in my trade, feeling that much more conviction, I'm going to go ahead with the trade. Look at what happened to me over here, guys. I was playing this trend all the way from 3,800, added over here as well, and over here I actually got kicked out of my trade. If you guys have been following me ever since last year, do you guys remember? I got kicked out of my trade, and I was very happily out of my trade, and I just got back in right over here, right? I said, hey guys, I may be wrong about being wrong, and I may have to get back in, but for now I'm sticking to my rules, sticking to my system, and if I get back in, I'll get back in. Now at the time it hurt to get kicked out and get back in a little higher, but look at the win I got after that, right? So that's how you do it as a trend trader. Stick to your system, and in the long run you're looking to win. Okay, anyways, I went off on a tangent over there. Are we doing something similar over here, guys? Okay, let's go ahead and talk about it. Again, a quick recap. M-like structure, lost the 21, lost the daily uptrend, and got accumulated on the 34 EMA. Okay, are we doing something similar? Well, let's look at this. M-like structure, right? We have an M-like structure right over there. It's not as clear, but there's a psychology that matters. Lost the daily uptrend, right? Lost the daily uptrend here. Lost the daily 21 EMA. Got accumulated on the 34 EMA, and now we're having the move towards the upside, right? Look at something else that's very, very similar. The 10 SMA, right over here, the 10 SMA coming down onto the 21 EMA, beginning to have the cross, the 1021 seeing the test. When you see the 10 and 21 coming like that, the price moves up towards it. Very, very classic. And right over here, guys, you're seeing something very similar. It's a little bit more aggressive, it does seem like it, but let's keep an eye on it, right? Does this close over the 10 SMA? That would be very, very bullish, but we need to keep an eye on the holistic picture. This is what I mean by do not just look at the fractal and be like, hey guys, the same thing's happening, I want to go along. Do not do that. Look at what's happening here. There's certain things that are different. There's certain things about the entire macro picture, guys, that are different, even fundamentally. So do not fall for that that fractal plays. Look at everything, okay? Assess market conditions as well if you're looking at fractals. That being said, keep in mind that we are closing a weekly today. So we started with a 1 hour today, moved on to towards the daily to see how things are progressing, right? The daily is beginning to look good. We are living over the 21. We are living over the 10 SMA. Everything's as of now. But the weekly is still to be decided. All right, the weekly is still to be decided. So with that being said, let's go ahead and find a fresh chart. Let me just hide the mango ribbon, switch on over to the weekly, and I do want to show you guys what's happening over here on the weekly time frame. Okay, let me hide my horizontals too for now. We're seeing the bulls and the bears fight right over here. And if you guys are on the seed program, you guys know how critical this candle is going to be now, right? We have the open of the week that is being contested by the bulls, all right? The bears need to defend this open, and the open is, let's go ahead and see what the open's at. I think 9,920. Yep, 9,920. If the bulls are able to close today's close above 9,920, what's going to happen? This candle is going to turn green. So the bears are trying to defend their open, the bulls are trying to take back this candle and turn it green, perhaps even push it higher and turn into a slightly more bullish candle. As of now though, look at this candle. This is what you call a doji, right? But why is this called a gravestone doji? Why is it called whatever, right? It's the meaning, it's the psychology. And do you need to remember any of that? No, you don't. As soon as you saw this tick down over here under 9,619-ish on the previous candle, you knew that hey, the bulls lost their previous candle's wick and we're likely going to see lower price action, right? We talked about that as well in the previous week, whereas I am not so sure about this, guys. This is what I mean, the holistic picture. We were sitting against major weekly resistance. We took out the low. Usually I'd be like, okay, if you take out the low, I am more keen to I am more keen to be buying into that low, into that hunt. But that time I wasn't as sure. And look at that, we did see the follow through. But where did we get picked up? On major weekly support. So you're seeing a bull bear fight right over here. This is as good as it gets when you're seeing a bull bear fight. You're seeing it on the candle over here as well. What do? We sit out and watch. Okay, we do the stress-free way, we do it the mango way, and we take the higher probability trades as things start getting more clear. Now, if you did take a play over here at around 9,300 and you bought that, good for you. You're sitting well in profits and you have a lot of leeway. I did not take that trade. There were indications saying that, hey, you know what, that is an opportunity. I did not take it. It wasn't sitting well with my system. I'm just waiting to watch how things play out, and I'm willing to basically do exactly what we did last time around, which was get kicked out of our trend trade, watch things develop, and then get back in if things look fine. Okay, and this is where a lot of traders, they lose out on big opportunities, guys. They're not willing to buy back higher when the market shows strength. And this is what it means by buying into strength, guys. This is what it means by buying into strength, not buying a breakout. Okay, not buying a breakout. Buying a breakout may or may not work if it fits your strategy. It needs to be done well and thought out. And even buying breakouts need to be done patiently. But that doesn't mean you're buying into strength. Something like what may pan out, like here, what happened over here, that was me buying into strength. Again, I do want to mention something else actually. We're talking about the weekly. Let's talk about the bi-weekly. Okay, this is something I don't bring up much, but let's do something a little different. We'll talk about the bi-weekly. I actually keep an eye on the bi-weekly a lot. I don't talk about it here because I don't want to overcomplicate things for you guys, but I do want to point out something to you that you may have not seen. And again, we're going to turn on the mango ribbon and we're going to change things a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off bring it back to defaults actually. Let's bring it back up green, bring back up 55, and style 55. We have the 10. Should I keep the 10? No, keep the 10 kin. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the 21, the green 55, and the 10 kin. By the way, the mango ribbon is completely free. Just shoot either me or Krisha a PM on Telegram and we'll be happy to give you access. So as you guys can see, we are looking at the 2-week chart over here, okay, the bi-weekly chart, and the 10 kin on the 2-week chart is holding Bitcoin down at the moment. Okay, we are seeing Bitcoin close bi-weekly candles underneath this 10 kin over and over again. It is proving to be a very, very good resistance line to be played against. Now, if you keep an eye on the 10 kin, the 21, the green 55, you will notice that these 3 lines alone have given you very, very good trades in the past, right? Look at this. Every time Bitcoin has confirmed candles above it, we have had these major big trend moves, right? Over here, Bitcoin didn't have enough price action for the bi-weekly 55, but we did have enough for the 21 and the 10 kin, and as long as we're closing candles above it, the trend stayed up all the way till 20,000, right? It was only when we lost the bi-weekly 10 kin that everything started going towards the downside. Okay, trading can be that simple if you're patient, because remember, these candles, guys, requires people being patient for 2 weeks at a time. Okay, and this is what people struggle to do when it comes to trading. We do it the stress-free way at Mango, but to do the stress-free way, often you require you getting out of your own way and just being patient. Just get out of your own way and be patient, okay? And that's what we advocate over here at Mango. Sometimes just doing nothing is the best thing to do. All right, going back to what I was saying. So when we lost that 10 kin over here, you can see that we just had a long downtrend. Now look at this juncture right over here, guys. Look at this juncture right over here. Got rejected on the 10 kin. Once we actually ticked above the wick high over here, you can use a candlestick analysis as well as your SNR over here actually. Once we ticked above it as well as got the candle closed, boom, impulsive move to the upside. Even if you waited, guys, for the 2-week candle to close, you had a nice 100% move. Yes, you missed out on probably this much if you didn't use a candlestick analysis, but hey, 20%, yes, feels a little bit high at the time, but 100% move after that, right? Could we get something similar like that? Again, guys, the 10 kin and the 21, when they are cleared on the bi-weekly chart, Bitcoin starts those mega moves. Over here, we are looking like we are fighting for that again. Can the bulls do that? the clean opportunity for us would be a clean close above the Tenkin, a retest, and then the move to the upside. Remember guys, that's going to be two-week candles, and that's going to be essentially a month. The next 2-week candle is pretty much opening at the beginning of next month, March. So that's going to be a very important candle guys, because it's going to line up with the monthly close and the monthly open for March, and a lot of things are going to be a lot clearer to us. We get to decide on whether we think Bitcoin is likely going to have that leg towards the upside, or is it going to have some consolidation and come down to what? The 21 EMA, right? And where does the 21 EMA come in at? 8,500, exactly the zone that Krisha and I were talking about on Friday's video. So please go ahead and check out Friday's video rather. A lot of confluence guys, a lot of confluence in this 8,700 to 8,500 zone guys. So if we do see that rejection, if we do start seeing a tick underneath 9,289, I would think that Bitcoin comes down to this 8,450, 8,500 region guys. We are seeing a lot of play on this 2-weekly chart, very clean. The Tenkin, the 21 and the 55. All right, just put those on and take a look at it. You're seeing how clean we're closing above it, trying for the up thrust. When we fail, we're coming and testing the next level of support right over here. Close, fail to break it, have your up thrust towards the upside, right? So when the bulls fail to close over the Tenkin, I would think we come and test the middle of the range over here, because you can essentially use your Tenkin as the top of the range, your 21 as the middle of the range, and your 55 as the bottom of the range. Okay, will it play out where we come all the way down to the bottom of the range? Hey, who knows, right? But first things first, we need to contend with this 8,500 region over here. Remember, 8,500 has a lot of confluence on the weekly as well. Right over here guys, you have your Tenkin, you have your Kijun as well. Let's go ahead and turn that on. You have your Kijun coming in right over there as well, and hey, the 55 is beginning to angle upwards towards there as well. On the daily, we also have a bunch of levels over there, but I'm not going to go over that right now. I do want to go over Link, and hey, perhaps go on over to the dashboard and see if there's any opportunities for us on other coins. Okay, so let's start with Link. Let's see what's going on over there. We have Link on the weekly. Again, Link showing a lot of strength over here, breaking out of this massive ascending triangle, rising wedge, cup and handle within it. We've been eyeing this and playing this in and out for longest time. My initial goal, guys, was to play the Link trend through and through, but unfortunately, because of my position in Bitcoin, I simply could not hold that position through and through because I had too much exposure. But hey, I am looking to reposition yet again. I've taken profits now on Link. I did not get the entire move. As you guys know, we were able to reposition right over here, and then again in and out. It's not been the cleanest trend rate, I'm going to be honest with you guys, but I'm looking to hopefully reposition right over here if Chainlink comes down and tests this level over here. As you can see, we have lost a 10 SMA. We're retesting it right now. There are two plays for me that I'm looking at. This is not financial advice. If we can close a daily candle above this 10 SMA over here, I'll be looking to I'm willing to buy higher. I'm looking for the move towards the upside. After that, perhaps to the top of the range, we are around 48,818 Satoshi, essentially testing these highs again. If we can clear those highs, I'm looking for further upside. What are my targets? I don't have targets after that. This is essentially a breakout, guys, and you basically play the trend until you start seeing consolidation on the lower time frames. And we have a break right now on the weekly level, and like I said, very little technical analysis to be done. You look on over to the lower time frames to get better opportunities to buy, but the big weekly opportunity to be buying right now is a test of this 37,000 Satoshi level. If we get it right, you're seeing the tanking come in right over there as well now. So step by step now, if the daily loses this box over here where I will be trying for a trade, then we try for the Kijun next on the daily level, which lines up with our weekly breakout point of that massive formation, as well as the weekly Tenkin, the daily Kijun. Okay, it's very simple, very simple. Chainlink has always been simple to trade. It's been so beautiful. Look at this, guys. We had the breakout over here on the daily, and then 2 days later, get a perfect retest of that weekly level and had that up thrust, right? It was so beautiful and so easy to play. A nice 35% move. So that's Chainlink BTC. Let's go ahead and look at Chainlink USD, which has been as gorgeous, if not even more gorgeous. We're looking at the 1 hour right now. Let's look at the daily. Okay, so Chainlink USD. we've been talking about the range, right? We've been talking about the top of the range, $4.88, the bottom of the range, $3.88, the middle of the range, $4.50. Literally a dollar range, and you just divide it into 3 levels, and you have your levels to play against. You can also look at the 10 SMA. As you can see, we are using that as Chainlink is using that as resistance right now. If we can close above that, very similar to the BTC chart, right? We will be looking for the top of the range, a nice 17% to 16% move. If we begin to see more and more of a rejection, I think we would get a move down to the 21 EMA. That would be a nice probability play. If we close underneath that, likely going to come and test the bottom of this blue box, the top of the blue box over here, which is the bottom of the range. And hey, that is our weekly level as well. Let's go ahead and look at that. Yeah, that is not a weekly. Yes, that is a weekly level. Lining up with the Tenkin too. The Tenkin is likely going to come to the top of the range. But I do think Chainlink is going to see some support over here at 388, guys. I really do think so. 388 is a weekly level as well as a major daily level. Yep, right over here, right? These guys over here. So this is a buy opportunity in my opinion. But I am not a financial advisor. Again, do not listen to what I'm saying. A lot can go wrong if you guys listen to me. I don't know what the hell I am talking about. I have no idea. I am just rambling here, guys. I am not your financial advisor. But I can just tell you guys what I would be doing. And if I was trading Link on the USD chart, I'd be trying for this 388 buy over here. Do we actually even get that, considering Bitcoin right now as we speak is looking to close this week green? Remember what we talked about, guys. The weekly open is sitting around 9,920. If we close above 9,920, the bulls would have retaken this week back, and other things on the daily as well. We are confirmed over the 10K or the 21 as well as the 10 SMA. It's going to confirm my thesis that hey, we accumulated on that 34 EMA just like we did last time. M-like formation, break of the trend, retaking everything after accumulating. Okay, but hey, we weren't supposed to be talking about Bitcoin. We're supposed to be talking about Link. So what's there to be talking? Okay, this is LTC. Where's my Link chart? I have it somewhere here. Link BTC. Not much to be talking about. Green box is a buy. Again, closing over the 10 SMA tomorrow on this daily would be a buy as well. And we can go ahead and talk about the lower time frames on the Bitcoin chart before we go ahead and talk about the lower time frames on the USD chart. And do we have anything going on over here? We did have an ascending triangle that broke towards the downside. Okay, and you're seeing, guys, an example of how these are probability plays. But to be honest, you could look at this as a symmetrical triangle that broke to the downside. You're seeing a retest of that. So every formation only is a probability of breaking to the upside or to the downside, right? Doesn't need to break to the upside just because people are calling it a bullish formation. Always wait. If you're a pattern trader, wait for the break. If you're a trend trader, it's easier to do it, which is why in the seed program, I combine patterns with trend analysis. Then everything starts being put together in a better way, in a way where you can understand what's going on and you're not thrown off, right? You know how to play these with higher probability because they start having confluence with each other. Trend analysis and patterns are pretty much the same thing, right? And again, don't have enough time to go over it in this video. But hey, a breakdown of the symmetrical triangle does point down to this blue box strategy over here. We are retesting this 21 EMA and Tenkin as we speak. This is actually looking good, but do we see a rejection over here? Essentially, if we do, we're going to see a drive down like this, right? Lower high, swing to our next level after taking out these lows over here. So if you want to be looking for a move towards the downside, a tick underneath this wick over here at 42,000 Satoshi would give us a move towards this, likely give us this move towards the blue box strategy over here, where I'd be looking to be buying Link BTC. Let's go ahead and look at Link USD now on the lower time frames. Do I have Link USD on these tabs over here? Nope. I have too much over here. I need to clean this up, man. Link USD, Bittrex, nope. Binance should be good. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I need to. This video is supposed to be short. What are you doing, Sean? What are you doing? Wow, Link USD is actually looking a lot better. Let's look at Coinbase actually just to be sure. Link USD is looking good. Yeah, Link USD is actually looking. This lines up with what Bitcoin is doing as well, right? I do think that if we take out this green box strategy over here, we would try for these highs over here, perhaps $4.80. This is actually looking very, very good. This is actually looking good. So I actually don't have an opinion for this coming down on the Link USD chart. Link BTC may come down. So this is what may happen. Link BTC may come down. I know many of you guys don't care about Link BTC, but Link BTC may come down if Link USD doesn't outperform Bitcoin, right? So let's say Bitcoin is going up by 3%, Link USD may go up by like 2% and push this over and keep going higher as long as Bitcoin going up higher as we speak, hitting that $10,000 mark almost. So that's how Link BTC may come down with the Link USD chart going up, and that may very well happen. Okay, so just keep an eye out for that as well, depending on what chart you guys are trading. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Again, simply wait for the weekly close on Bitcoin. Be patient, in my opinion. I'm sitting back, I'm watching. We've had some really good profits this year. There's no reason for us to get greedy and give it all back. In fact, like, this year has been good enough where I could sit back, not trade at all, and I'd be fine for the rest of the year. But hey, you don't want to ever get too complacent. There's always opportunity in the market, but that doesn't mean that you simply give it all away trying to get too greedy either, right? So my name is Sean Dexter. We'll be waiting for tomorrow's candle close on Bitcoin. Chainlink is looking amazing, as it always does. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please throw it a like, please throw it a subscribe, leave a comment down below as to what video or what coin you guys want us to analyze next. Krisha will be doing a few videos on all coins, and we'll be using the dashboard too. I wanted to go ahead and take another look at the dashboard to see if there were any opportunities, but this video has gone far too long already, and I am so tired, so hungry. I'm gonna go ahead and feast. See you in tomorrow's video.